Ladies and gentlemen, I know most of you are so surprised, not just me alone, that Rigathi Gachagua has suddenly gone silent. Some of you could be asking, what is this that has made Rigathi Gachagua to go silent? First of all, let me remind you that Rigathi Gachagua was supposed to at one of the radio stations, vernacular radio stations of the Mountain region. But Rigathi Gachagua absconded the session. He did not attend, and the reasons were not put in public by any person from the family as to why he did not attend the session. Rigathi Gachagua is someone we knew that used to hold meetings right, left, and center. But right now, there's no single public meeting he has held in the mountain at all. Rigathi Gachagua used to go to churches and be very vocal about the government, but suddenly Rigathi Gachagua has gone down, has toned down as far as the government utterances are concerned. Now, Rigathi Gachagua is one gentleman we all know that he likes speaking, but now suddenly has gone silent and nobody knows what particularly is happening. That is what I'm going to take you through here on this channel and this video today. But before I do so, please, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, kindly make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Now, according to me, I've come up with a few reasons that I feel Rigathi Gachagua have made Rigathi Gachagua to go silent. The first one is the ruthlessness of William Samoei Ruto. One thing that we have to agree here is that William Ruto is very ruthless. When it comes to dealing with these political enemies, he's very ruthless. And that's why I even fear for the state of Baba, because probably he might be taken to Bondo. Now, William Ruto has dealt with so many politicians so far since he got into power. And also not just politicians, even some of the professionals who are heading various bodies in this government. The first profession that was dealt with was none other than Kenyatta. Kenyatta was accused of sabotaging some of the Ruto's things, so he was eventually removed out of government immediately William Ruto took power. So Kenyatta went home. William Ruto accused him of some few things and eventually took him home. William Ruto had a and the gentleman who was accused of incompetence finally took him home. He did not stop there. He went for Uhuru Kenyatta. We all saw how his home was being raided by policemen in civilian who were saying that his sons were having guns illegally. Until we saw Uhuru Kenyatta himself coming for the rescue of the sons. He managed to ensure that Uhuru Kenyatta did not speak anything to do with the mountain at all. Since then, Uhuru Kenyatta is quiet as far as the mountain politics are concerned. You saw how he was dealt with during Mandamano, people raiding his home, his ships being stolen, and many other things. So therefore, Uhuru Kenyatta since then has been silent and he has not said anything as far as the politics of the mountain is concerned. He the same thing to the gentleman called Dr. Freddy Matiang'i. Dr. Freddy Matiang'i is one gentleman in this country who was predicted, or maybe people had foreseen that he was going to become one of the serious presidential candidates that's going to challenge William Ruto immensely. But the moment he spoke at Magoa's funeral, Freddy Matiang'i was kept silent up to date. We saw how the police officer went for him. We saw how he was taken to the DCI for grilling. We saw how he was taken there, grilled, and actually eventually, after that grilling, Dr. Freddy Matiang'i went silent, and up to now, we don't think he's even in Kenya. Perhaps people are saying he's in Canada, others are saying he's in the UK. So William Ruto, in short, I've just given you a simple history on how he has been dealing with his political opponents. There are a few that I've not mentioned here, but that is not the basis of this analysis here today. It's all about Rigathi Gachagua. Why has he gone silent? So ruthlessness is one of them. I feel William Ruto has now started to be ruthless to Rigathi Gachagua through either state agencies or even through calls directly or through his people who are telling him to make sure that he keeps quiet. But why could he silence him through such kind of measures? Probably there is something that William Ruto knows about Rigathi Gachagua that is very evident, that can even either take him to court, take him to jail, or anything, that is now making Rigathi Gachagua to pull back, relax, and tone down completely so that he does not talk at all. So there's a possibility that Rigathi Gachagua might not even speak again. But if he does, well and good. But there's a possibility he does not, because William Ruto, that's how it deals with his political opponents. Another thing I feel that is very strong here it is lack of allies. You have to admit that Rigathi Gachagua went into war without soldiers. If he had just a few of them. So as he's moving forward to go and counter William Ruto and his government, he needs so many soldiers around him, so that in case someone touches him, there are people who are going to come in his rescue. So as we speak right now, he's powerless because people are not around him, people are not speaking, and the mountain does not seem to have already shifted to his support as such. So therefore, it's very clear that Rigathi Gachagua, before he makes steps, particularly going to attack or criticize or do anything to the government, he must have foot soldiers, particularly members of parliament, MCAs, senators, and even governors. Recently, we saw the governor Mutahi Kahiga of Nyeri himself, who is trying to shift. Actually, Mutahi Kahiga, in a nutshell, he has simply showed signs of shifting from him to William Ruto and Kindiki. You have seen Shabina Chege talking about supporting William Ruto and Kindiki, and now abandoning who? Rigathi Gachagua. So we are seeing various allies shifting camp. So that is also one of the reasons Rigathi Gachagua has kept silence. Because if he talks without these people, who gives him security? Who will come for his rescue? Who will support him? Another thing that I feel that has made Rigathi Gachagua to keep quiet, another one is Uhuru silence. If Uhuru could have come openly and said that skizeni Gachagua, ungeni Gachagua mkono, the entire mountain will shift and listen to him. But now Uhuru Kenyatta has kept silent, despite the challenges Rigathi Gachagua is going through. Uhuru Kenyatta has kept silence, and actually as we speak right now, so Rigathi Gachagua feels like he's helpless. In case something happens to him right now, who will come out? Who will speak on his behalf? Who will come out and tell the people our man is being harmed by William Ruto? So therefore, that kind of silence over Kenyatta also matters. It could also be like Uhuru Kenyatta has decided to keep quiet, so also Gachagua is trying to follow the footsteps and relax, so that the mountain can, the entire political scene, the political terrain can take its shape before he speaks. That could be another case. Another thing I want to say as to why I feel strongly that Rigathi Gachagua is keeping quiet is the mountain strategy. I've heard him on some occasions say that nyamanzini, tutaongea pale mbele. That means he's now watching. The people of the mountain have also pulled back. Now they're also doing what? They're watching. So they want to see what is happening and wait for 2027 when they're going to speak on the ballot. I don't know what is your take as far as Rigathi Gachagua's quietness is concerned, but kindly, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can give this channel. If you feel there's a reason, a tangible reason as to why Rigathi Gachagua has been kept silent, because kindly let me see it on the comment section, because that is the best way you can always engage and keep me growing, and as well as all of us learning. See you next time for more videos.